guys, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a brand new book tag that Larry posted like a week or two ago, and it is like the beginning of the year book tag. So she came up with 24 questions to answer for 2024. I have not pre-thought of any of my answers to any of these questions, so we're just gonna kind of go off of my current initial instincts and my current feelings, and we'll just go from there. So without further ado, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon book wish list, and let's get into the book tag. Okay, so question number 1 is, how many books are you planning on reading this year? So my Goodreads goal is 60, and that is like my main goal, but if I surpass that, my like mental goal is like 75, because I feel like I can definitely hit the 60, and so mentally I'm trying to like over challenge myself, and so I bumped it up a little bit. So technically 60 according to Goodreads, but mentally like 75. Question number 2 is your most anticipated releases of the year. So I have a couple. A few of them did come out already that I was just excited about, but I think my current top 2 that I'm most excited about is probably Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh. I'm so excited to continue the Boys of Tommen series. And then absolutely Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I have read Powerless twice now, and I was so utterly obsessed. It's so good. I ended up reading like the actual ending and the teaser for Reckless when I did my reread a few weeks ago. Let me tell you, I am so beyond excited to continue that series. I'm so obsessed with the characters. Kai and Peyton are like meant to be. I'm so intrigued to see where Lauren takes their story and how she intertwines everything to like have a good ending. So I'm really excited about those 2 releases specifically. The next question is a book on your physical TBR you probably won't ever read. I don't know if this will surprise people or not, but for me, that's probably Archer's Voice. The only reason I would probably ever read this is if I do like a dedicated video, like reading old hyped book talk or booktube like reads, but this has been out for a while. It was hyped up years ago and I still haven't read it, and I have so many other books way higher on my TBR than this ever would be. So this is probably definitely one that I will never read, and or it's going to be a long time before I finally get into it, unless I'm like absolutely begged to read this. But it's just not my cup of tea right now. I'm not really in my like romance era that much, and so I just don't foresee myself reading this anytime soon. Question 4 is a new genre you'd like to try more of. Honestly, I'm not really feeling too adventurous in my genres this year. I honestly just kind of want to stick to mostly fantasy and romantasy. I'm not really feeling like trying a bunch of thrillers or anything like that. Like, it's just not my vibe. So there's not really any new genre. I just mainly want to focus on fantasy and romantasy. Maybe a little more YA would be nice to like dip my toe into, but there's not really too much newness that I plan on venturing out into. I kind of just plan on sticking to what I'm comfortable with and just really reading all the books that I'm like, oh my god, I want to read that so bad, if that makes sense. The next question goes with the previous question. It says, what book made you want to try this genre? Like I said, there's not really a new genre I want to try, but definitely like the Throne of Glass series is making me want to get into fantasy more. I'm like currently obsessed with that series. I am starting the tandem read very soon, and so I've made so much progress with that series, and I'm utterly obsessed with it and I'm loving it so much. So that's probably honestly the genre that's kind of or kind of like the series that's making me want to read fantasy even more. Okay, quick disclaimer, I'm so sorry about the noise. My brother is sweeping right now, but I just want to film this right now. I don't want to have to wait. So the next question is a book you are most likely to reread. I picked 2. I have been in the process of rereading the ACOTAR series, so that's kind of like a given, but I thought I would do 2 standalones and show you guys those. So first we have Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. Oh my gosh, I actually forgot. The second book in this series is coming out this year in October. I already pre-ordered it, so that's definitely another one I'm anticipating so much. But I definitely want to reread this year. I read it at the very beginning of 2023 and I fell head over heels for this. I love the male main character so much. It's so good. This book is heartbreaking. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend. So I definitely plan on rereading this at some point this year. It's like just over 500 pages, but she's worth every single second. Love it so much. And then another one I would really like to reread is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I am thinking of doing a video where I reread some of my 5-star reads. So these 2 books could potentially be in that video if I end up doing it. But this book changed so much for me. The quotes in here are absolutely stunning. I read this while going through a really tough time and I connected to the main female character Harriet so much, and I also love Winn so much. He's just, they're literally perfect together. Highly recommend this book and Say You Swear. Like, these are 2 top books for me that I love with my whole entire being. So I highly recommend, and I definitely plan on rereading these both this year at some point or another. The next question is a book you wanted to get to in 2023 but you didn't, so now you're prioritizing it in 2024. And so for me, that book is actually my current read, and that is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I had this on my TBR probably since like August or so of last year, and I really wanted to get to it in like November, December last year, but then I got in a bit of a reading slump and I never got to it. So I am currently reading this. I'm actually almost done with it. I'm thoroughly enjoying. I highly recommend if you have not read this. This is like a gothic little fantasy. I'm obsessed with the romance that is in here. Like, lived laughing and loving, and I'm also really excited to read the second one at some point. So this is one that I really wanted to get to last year that I finally have gotten to this year. The next question is a series you want to get to this year, and I honestly have multiple that I'm hoping to get to, but one I'm really hoping on finishing this year is the Crescent City series. The third one is out. I do have it, but I just didn't want to grab all of them. So the first one is House of Earth and Blood, and then you have House of Sky and Breath, and then the brand new one is House of Flame and Shadow. Like I said, am almost done with the Throne of Glass series, so it's my goal to read all of Sarah J Maas's books this year and to finish all of her series and be caught up. So I'm really hoping on getting into this series in the next few months at some point this year. I'm thoroughly enjoying the Sarah J Maas universe, and I cannot wait to continue. I will be very sad once I am caught up because I won't have anything else to look forward to until she announces new books, but I'm very excited to get into this. I've heard it's very different than her other 2 series, and so I'm very intrigued by it. And I do know about the plot twist that happens in House of Sky and Breath, but I'm still very excited to read it and actually fully know everything that goes on. The next question is an author you've never read anything from before but you want to try. I have a few that I'm going to shout out. So the first one is Carrie Mascalo. She is the author of the Kingdom of the Wicked series, and she also has a new series that has come out that I'm intrigued by. And then also Alex Astor. She's the author of the Lightlark / Nightbane duology, or maybe that's going to be a trilogy at some point, but I am intrigued by that author. And then also the author of the Mile High or the Windy City series, Liz Tom Ford. Those are 3 authors I am intrigued by, and I'm hoping to get into their books at some point this year. The next question is an author you're probably not going to read any more of this year. Honestly, I don't really think I have anyone in mind that I'm like, oh no, I really don't like their books, I don't want to read them anymore, other than like Coho. I don't plan on reading Coho. I haven't read Coho in almost a year, and I just don't support her as an author anymore. I don't really enjoy her writing either, so I don't plan on reading Coho like ever again. There's nothing that she could come out with that would be revolutionary enough for me to change my mind. So I guess Colleen Hoover would probably be an author I don't plan on ever reading again. Our next question is a popular book you are wanting to read, and for me that is Butcher and Blackbird. I am so very excited to get into this book. This is going to be on my TBR very, very soon. Like, it's pretty top priority of the TBR right now, but this is a serial killer romance, and I read the Mindfuck series last year and I was absolutely obsessed with it, so I'm really excited to read something similar. It's definitely dark romance, but I'm so excited. It's literally just over 300 pages, so this should be like a super quick, easy read, but I'm very excited to get into this one. I've heard such amazing things about it, and so I'm very intrigued and I'm very excited to get into it. The next question is a non-popular book you're wanting to get into, and for me that is Sorcery of Thorns. I don't even remember who I saw talk about this or if I saw anyone talk about this. I've had this for a few months now, but this is by Margaret Rogerson. This is a YA fantasy, and I just thought that the cover looked really intriguing when I saw it in stores, and so I picked it up. I really don't know anything about this, but I'm still very intrigued by it, so this is my answer. Sorcery of Thorns. The next question is an audiobook you want to listen to. So I'm currently in the process of rereading ACOTAR, but I have been listening to the dramatized audiobooks of them. So the next one I need is ACOWAR. So that is an audiobook I'm highly looking forward to getting to. I think that it's like 3 parts for this one though, which is like a lot. For some reason they like split up the dramatized audiobooks into like different parts. I don't really understand why, but that is definitely an audiobook that is very high, and I'm thoroughly enjoying doing the dramatized audiobook rereads because I feel like it just like really helps you connect to the characters more. It's helping me annotate and I'm just really loving it. The next question is a book you want to read based on the cover. For me that is The Last Storm by J.D. Linton. I think I've seen this on TikTok like a few times, but mainly because the author like posted quotes or something. This cover is literally beautiful. This is supposed to be a fantasy romance, I believe, and I think it is also on KU. I don't know if it's adult or YA, but it seems relatively short, about 350 pages. I literally love the cover so much, and so I'm hoping that this is a fun one to get into. I don't really know anything about it, but that's kind of the fun of fantasy reads, is not really knowing what you're getting yourself into. The next one is a book to TV adaptation that you are excited about, and my answer is none. There aren't any that I know of that are coming out that really excite me. I know there is going to be a 3rd season of Bridgerton coming out soon, but I haven't read the books, but I do like that show, so I mean I guess you could say Bridgerton. I don't think there's going to be the 3rd season of The Summer I Turned Pretty this year. I think we're going to wait until 2025, so I don't really know of any book to TV adaptations that are coming out, but I guess I'd have to say Bridgerton if I have to pick one. Our next question is something bookish you want to start doing this year. I think for me, I just want to support more small bookish influencers and or like websites. I have always loved to have like bookish merch. Like I love having my little bookish merch. This is my Boys of Tommen crew, but I love ordering from Etsy and getting like t-shirts and hoodies and bookmarks and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely want to continue to support small bookish communities and influencers. I love my small bookish influencer besties so much, so I think those are a few bookish things I plan on doing this year. The next question is something bookish you want to stop doing this year, and for me that is over consuming books. I feel like I'm actually doing pretty well about it this year, but I haven't really been buying nearly as many books. I mean, I obviously have pre-ordered like new releases and stuff that I'm really excited about, but I haven't been like splurging and just going to the bookstore just to buy a bunch of books. I've just been reading through my TBR and I've been actually really enjoying it. I've been enjoying getting through the books on my shelves and just continuing to lessen my physical TBR because it is extremely long. So I've been thoroughly enjoying that, and I'm excited to continue to just read the books on my TBR and not be spending so much money on books this year. Our next question is a 2024 bookish goal. Like I said, I just want to condense my physical TBR and not consume as many books. I also want to read 60 books. There's nothing really too crazy that I'm wanting to do this year, except I am really hoping to go to New York and go to the 5-story Barnes & Noble and also go to the Strand bookstore. I guess those are 2 bookish goals for me this year that I'm really excited about, is just to visit some more book shops and venture out a little bit that way. So I guess that's kind of a little bookish goal, is just to go and travel to more different bookshops. A 2024 booktube goal for me is 3,500 subscribers. I feel like it is doable. That was my goal last year and I definitely did not hit that, but I feel like I'm focusing on YouTube a lot more this year and I'm really putting in the time and the effort and the work that it takes. And so I'm really hoping to hit 3,500 subscribers. I love each and every one of you so much. You guys don't even understand my love and gratitude and appreciation for each and every one of you. I love doing this. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of time, but I thoroughly enjoy it and I'm so glad to have a community here, and I'm so glad that you guys enjoy watching me do it. So our next question is a 2024 non-bookish goal. For me, that is just to travel this year and just to make some really good memories. I have a few really exciting concerts I'm going to. I have a few really exciting trips I have planned that I cannot wait to just go and venture out. I'm just hoping to make a lot of memories and to really make do with what I have. I'm also hoping to save so that I can move out and be a big girl and a big grown adult. So I'm just planning on trying to live in the moment and also plan for my future at the same time. Describe how you want 2024 to go in one word. I think a word that would describe how I'm hoping I feel in 2024 is just happy. I just want to have a happy year where I am just content and I feel safe and guarded, and that I just don't feel like I have gone through too much. I feel like 2022 and 2023 were very big years for me on a personal growth level, and I went through a lot of personal stuff in those 2 years, and so I'm just hoping that 2024 is just more of like a calming year where we find our happiness and we just hang on to it and we don't have so much trauma to go through as I have in the past. Our next question is booktube creators who inspire you. I have a few. First we have Rachel Catherine, I love her so much. Sarah Caroli, Destiny Sidwell, JB, I love JB so much. Ellen, I love Ellen so much. Those are just some of my like all-time fave besties to watch. I love Larry, obviously. I think those are all of my girlies that I watch on a regular basis who really inspire me and excite me and just continue to inspire me, and I just love all of them so much. And they're such amazing people and we've just created the best community ever and I just love it so much. The very final question is something you would like to say to somebody who is wanting to create a bookish account, whether that be Instagram, TikTok, or BookTube. I just recommend just doing it. Like, just go for it. I have been doing YouTube for about like 8 years now, I think. Not like regularly or religiously, but I've definitely had different ins and outs. I've done different not really genres, but different niches, and you know, I feel like BookTube and just the book community is finally my spot that I belong in, and I thoroughly enjoy it and I love it, and I've met so many amazing, beautiful people. It's so much fun to film and edit and just communicate with you guys and to see the numbers grow. And honestly, like, I just highly recommend, like, if you're wanting to do it, to just do it. Like, what is the worst thing that could happen? Literally nothing. And if you're scared about what other people have to say, you shouldn't be, because honestly, the book community is just so beyond caring and accepting, and I have had like no issues with people being rude or disrespectful to me in the book community. So honestly, like if you're wanting to create a book account on any social platform, just say do it. Like you will meet so many amazing people, you will enjoy it, you get to talk about something you're passionate about, and that's just so important. So honestly, if it's something that you're really looking forward to and you're really looking into doing, just get it over with. Rip the band-aid off. Just go for it. Like, what is the worst that could happen? Honestly. Nothing. It's just talking to a camera. There's nothing terrible, awful that's gonna happen. So just go for it. Live out your little dream, you know? Be a little book girly. Alright guys, that was the 24 questions for this beginning of the year book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're wanting to do it, go check out Larry. She has all the questions on her video. I hope you guys enjoyed just sitting down and having a little good chit chat about books and all things bookish, and you know, just enjoying each other's little company. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon book wish list. I love you all to the moon and Saturn. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have the most amazing day ever. Bye guys.